Cool. Am I spotlighted? Awesome. Thanks for jumping on, girls and guys, if any of them do jump on. So this is our sort of team Opulent training. We do it actually every Tuesday, but we alternate between what we do. So this week is really where to find things, how to search for things, and then anything that's come up over the last week or so that I think needs to be brought up. So tonight I'm just going to quickly show you a little bit in the virtual office again, and I'm just going to show you where a few things are in the client page and in our team page. And if you haven't yet watched, I think most of you that are on at the moment haven't watched the recording that I put into the team page of Lauren and the process and how it works. Check that out as well. It's really good because I attempted to do it myself and I just couldn't do it. So Lauren absolutely smashed it. So it was really good. So this is really for the newbies, but in saying that, as you become leaders, you probably want to be on with your newbies anyway. And it's also a great refresher just to remember where everything is. If you've stepped away for a little while or you've come back, it's really good to jump on and just, remember where things are. So I do work really hard on these two groups to obviously keep the client page really exciting and give them new information, new recipes, because they're not all just JBT. So when you are sharing recipes from the Juicy Fitness crew, keep in mind that they're not all JBT. So maybe when you're sharing them, just say, the JBT program has really taught me how to look at recipes more, and this is just one that I really loved, or or just share the recipe as it is. So unless it's got JBT sort of stamped all over it or whatever, it might not be JBT. It might be just another whole foods recipe that I've got and I popped it in there to share with everybody else, because we do literally have about 800 or 900 odd recipes in the Juicy Fitness crew, and only 300 odd of them, or just under 300 are Juicy Body Transformation. All right, cool. So just keep that in mind. So when it does come to sharing the recipes, most of the recipes, if you want to share them, go to the client page, because they will have the recipes, the method and everything attached to them in there. They're not all in the team page, because I couldn't keep going in and editing those pictures because it just took up too much space in the current discussion feed. So, but if you go into the client page, they're all in there. So I'm going to maybe start with the client page. So you're all starting to get some beautiful customers coming in under you now. And we do kind of forget, if we've had a little bit of a lull with customers, what the process is there. So obviously, when we're finding new customers, it's all about finding their hurts, wants and needs, what they really, why they're interested in the product, what's brought them to you, why are they asking these questions. So then you can give them a better response on what you think they maybe should be taking, whether it's the same as you. And that's why being in the product of the product is so important, because if you're not taking both, you really can't share those products if you're not taking both. So I'm going to hop into the client page. So obviously once they've said yes, ask them if it's okay also that you do a post on their page. So you do a post on their page, but link it, on your page, but link it to their page, tagging them in it. And try and, you can use some of the generic ones. There is a folder for thank yous in the team page to help you with that. Or if you want to make it a little bit personal, grab a photo of them, grab a picture from the JBT program, a picture of the capsules, and maybe a nice picture of a smoothie bowl or something, and pop it into a nice grid or into a nice, picture, and just make sure you word it as best as you can. Welcome to the amazing Juicy Body Transformation. You now get to be a part of our private client page, where you get to be on the same journey as so many others. You get to have access to all our recipes, our detox, our cleanse. Watch out for the postie, because your whole food products are on their way to you, however you word it. But remember, that's tapping you into another new lot of customers. Okay, so it's really important that you remember that step. If they say no, they don't want you to post on their page, it's not a big deal. Doesn't mean you can't post it on your page. You just don't tag them in it, or you just change their name a little bit or whatever. It's still a new customer. And when your new customer goes through to their next cycle and they want that next sort of product to come out, thank them again. All right. Find a generic one or do another personal one. It's up to you. But thank them again for being a constant customer, taking their product on time, getting amazing results, whatever. So then it's coming up again on their news feed. But keeping those things happening And also, obviously, we do send out thank yous and whatever, but it's something that you can set up doing your client care later on. So I'm going to jump over to that page and show you also where you tag them and add them and things like that. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm recording it. Beautiful. Close down everyone's messages. Okay, can everyone see my screen? So straight away it's actually got the team page up. Can someone give me a thumbs up? I can see Beck and Rochelle and Michelle. Yep, beautiful. Chloe, I can see you too. Great. Actually, I'm just going to get out of there, but because I want to be on our customer page first, not our team page. So I'll just quickly find. There it is, Juicy Fitness Crew. Oh, Michelle. Sorry, no, that wasn't Michelle. That was Catherine all up on my screen. So on the computer, it always looks different to what's on your phone as well. So, you know, predominantly now, I remember right at the beginning, you know, Lauren saying, oh, I do everything from my phone. I very rarely do anything from the computer. And I was like, oh, really? I really need to be on the computer for a lot of this stuff. But now I do most of it from my phone. But when it comes to Zoom and trainings, I jump on the computer. So this is our customer page. Okay, so when the Juicy Body Transformation came out, it did have its own private group, and it's still there. Okay, but it's got so many people in it, it's just lost its client care, and people were getting so lost in it. So leaders decided it was a good idea for us to now create our own ones. So we've got a beautiful little group here, and all our customers are in there. So when you sign them up and they're on the product, you get to add them in here. Okay, so you add them, we approve it. And what you do is you go into the pin post. So on your phone, it'll come up slightly different. It will come up, just make sure, it'll come up at the top. And you've got to actually open it. It'll say view pin post. So you just click on that and open it. For us on the computer, here it is right here. And I've actually just got to click on see more. And this has all the instructions, not instructions, but a welcome to obviously the Juicy Fitness crew. You know, a group of people committed to helping you to improve your overall health and fitness and become the better version of yourself. So a little bit about the products, the capsules, the complete powder, the rules in the group, and then there's actually the JBT recording of Kira talking about the program. Okay, so when you've got the person in there, they've been approved, you just go in there and you comment. Okay, and that's where you welcome them. If you look at the other comments beforehand, you'll figure out what to write. So you literally, you know, welcome them to the JFC. This is our online client support group. Have a peek at the file section and also look at the photo albums, you know, to find our ebooks and things like that. But it's just welcoming in there, and then they're all sorted. You might want to have a chat with them at some stage when you're doing your customer care and just checking on them, that how they're going in here. So they know, so you can see that they're actually utilizing it and they know where things are. So for you, knowing where things are, you've got two options. Obviously, you know where things are, and you can either go to files. In your files, you'll find all our ebooks. Okay, they're all in there. Oh, that one shouldn't be in there. That should be in the team page, but that's okay. 30 Days of Self-Love. The new one, the Wholesome Kids ebook, is in there. Mother's Day's in there, JBT Easter program's in there. They're all in there. So people can load those. You know, you do probably need to suggest to them that they might want to look at Dropbox or Google Box or any of those things where you can load larger documents onto. But they're all in there for them to utilize in the file section. The pantry's in there, meal planning's in there, everything's in there, which is brilliant. The other place where most things are is in photos. All right, so you click on photos and you go to albums, and in here, this is where I was talking about how we've got hundreds of recipes now, okay? Yes, they've got the JBT recipes within those ebooks, and some of them are in here as well. But here you've got, you know, breakfast, healthy snacks, healthy recipes. There should be a whole one, on smoothies. Then there's some health tips, some home PT sessions, stretches. So there's all these cool, valuable things in there that I'm constantly adding to for our clients to utilize. which is really cool. And you can use those yourself as well. Okay, so it's just liking and sharing. But like I said at the beginning, just remember these aren't all JBT program ones. They're all based around whole foods and eating those yummy things, or the, you know, things that we didn't know how to cook before, but they're all in there for us to utilize. The other thing in this page, obviously, I try and get in there and do as much as possible, you know, 1 or 2 posts a day, whether it be a recipe, fitness, or something I've read that I think that they'd utilize. Products, I can share products in there. I can share recordings. I can even suggest business in there. So, you know, and that's also they come back to you guys. Not so they come back to me, but just to give them the idea, oh, they're loving the product now, they want to share it, or they want to get it cheaper. Occasionally I will pop that in there just to remind them. So recipes, motivation, some of Kira's recipe recorded, some of the videos I pop in there as well. Yeah, so there's heaps of variety that goes into there. The other bit that you can use is if you click on search and there's something in particular that you really want to find. For instance, you know, we've just done another printout of the JBT guide. So if I search for that, there's the books there. So, you know, and if you want to look up sugar, there's some information about sugar, detox, put in detox, you'll find that. But yeah, you just pop that in the search button and that'll help you find things. All right, so that's literally our customer page or client page. And yeah, we do work quite solidly in there to make sure that it's another add value to our customers. I'm going to flick over to our team page. Keep seeing Catherine come up on my screen. It goes a little bit slow when I'm doing a couple of things at once, zooming and sharing my screen. So this is our team page. You know, you could go backwards for months and months and months through this team page in the discussions, and you'll find lots of awesome stuff, whether it be personal development, whether it be like, you know, building on your why, understanding that, you know, our pay, our how we get paid, and understanding that our bonuses are only there as a initial to help you build strong at the beginning. They're not, you know, all in, you know, if you don't get them, it's not a big deal. Then let's look at the next one. But it goes through all of these things in here. If you go through the discussions, you'll find stacks of stuff. This is where we share, you know, when our new teamies jump on board and they put their business through, we welcome them in here, and we welcome them on our Facebooks as well. When they get a bonus, we put it in here, and we are all super supportive of each other. So when you see somebody join the team or somebody get a promotion, make sure you get on there and love on them, and really make sure that they realize that what they've done is amazing. Because, you know, when they did percentages for us when we were at conference the other day, you know, even SDVF, you know, that means you're in the top 18 of the business to be SDVF. So that's pretty cool. You know, anything above that is sort of the top 10, which is sort of SSC and above. Yeah, that's just how the stats are, because a lot of people really just come in to get their product cheaper or just to share it. All right, so in the team page, it's a lot like the client page. A lot of our information and everything that you really need is in the file section. So in there, the few things that you really want to look at are our scripts. Our scripts are in there. And I'm constantly popping in posts into the team page for you to have a go at responding to. So we can then say, yep, that's awesome. Or maybe just look at changing that last line. Maybe look at changing the first line. So whenever I see any of those out in the big social network world, I bring them over to our team page so we can have a bit of a practice. So the other things in here that you might want to look at, customer care. So that's great as well. So that helps you do a little bit of a survey with your customer at the beginning, because what happens is, and I've seen this happen with my partner, husband, is they might plateau a little bit, or they might think that they're not really getting anything out of the product. Okay, so if you do a survey or a little bit of a questionnaire with them at the beginning, you know, rate your sleep on 1 to 10, rate your energy on 1 to 10, your tummy health, or lots of things you can think of. You know, how's your heat, you know, you're eating at the moment, you know, rate that. Are you drinking, you know, a litre of water per 20 kilos of your weight? Just all these different questions that you could think of to do at the beginning. And then at the 3-month mark, I would do this survey again with them to see how they're going, see if they can start seeing some of those real changing. Why 3 months? Because if you do it at 4 months, so I go, at the beginning, 3 months, then 6 months, I plan to do it with them again, because that means that I'm really trying to get them to at least get their next order, if not the next one. So I don't keep it on the 4-month mark. I keep it on that month beforehand just to try and keep that growing. So customer cares documents in there. Opulent, that's probably actually needs to be updated, but there it is. Team Opulent Synergy Start Strong Guide. So that had a lot of work put in it. I was struggling back and forth trying to get that done, and Lindsay did it and completed it for me. It's a mixture of Team Freestyle, Team Spirit, Team Illuminate, and our team, and it's brilliant. So that's really great for you guys that are new, just for you to go through and look at the apps that are available to you, how to post, when to post, what not to post, some amazing links for you to look at, and just the the process of, working through really up to SC is all in that guide. So really good for you to have a look at that one and keep as your little Bible as such. And then I've got the 2 pay plans in there, which will be in your virtual office once you've got your virtual office. But for those that get on into this team page beforehand, sometimes they like to look at it. But it is in there if you want to take a look at it also. All right, so back to the front page, the same as when you get a new client as a customer, the same when you get a new team is you'd go to the pin post. Okay, so I've tidied the pin post up. It's not full of hundreds of recordings now. They're in a different place, but we want people to be added here. And when you open this here, there's just the week. There's the week mapped out for us with what people can do, what we suggest they do. So ours have got the yellow stars there. And obviously Monday night is definitely one that you really want to attend to. I like Adam and Kira do Monday 7 o'clock and 8 p.m. and it's such a good training session. I was locked into the leaders retreat with these guys, and Linda and Adam and Kira, that is their focus now. They're just here to add value and to train us. So us other leaders can step back and just work with you guys hand in hand in helping you get to your next promotions on these itty bitty things that are left not gone, that haven't gone through, which is like our team page. So then we've got 3 events every week. We've got Tuesday, which is more of a training event, so people can have a practice of sharing or doing the product talk or doing the business talk, and that's Mums on the Run. Really cool event, but if people get on, we just run it and wing it. It's all good. And then our main events are Thursday night 8:30 and Sunday night 8:30. And when daylight savings clicks over, that means they're pretty much going to be the same time as Team Freestyle and Team Illuminate. But at the moment we do have that chance that we could jump on the 7:30 one, which is great when we've got so many team coming on at the moment, which is so exciting, but we don't want to have too many on the one night. So they're all in there. Start Strong, there's one of the recordings there for that, and our YouTube channel is there also. So that's at the beginning there. So that's where you want to comment and add your new team, okay? And again, you're just welcoming them, telling them to check out the files, telling them to check out the photo albums. But, everything that's current will go into this discussion here. I try to make sure that I pop it all into here so you're not constantly getting them in messages. So this is the pack. Obviously, you're going to have access to Team Illuminate. You're going to have access to Team Freestyle as well. But I'm trying to bring the best of all those pages into here. So we've got one spot to go to, not 100. So that's our team page. The only other place that you really want to check out is the photos. So again, if you go over to photos and you go to albums, lots of albums in here. So I've set up a New Zealand one, New Zealand prices, New Zealand packages there, US and UK. They're all there, what I can find on them so far. A few people have done markets, so I've stolen their photos so you can have a look at those. So if you do consider markets, you always go forward with the program first, and then the product is like a stall behind you sort of thing. There's plenty of things with Juice Plus logos on it and whatever. They're for you to utilize, in your own private pages. If you're using, if you've got a tribe page, or if you're just, doing some pictures back and forth between a client or a customer, they're in there as well. These are what I use for our client page. We can use those in there because we don't have to hide that part. Not that we have to hide it. You girls all understand why we don't put Juice Plus in our post is purely for our advantage. It's so we can create intrigue I know that I'm constantly adding new friends to my Facebook every day. So if I'm all of a sudden started using Juice Plus in all my posts, I'm straight away giving them the answer without getting to create that conversation with them. So we just don't do it purely because we want to create that intrigue. We don't want them to see Juice Plus and just go Google it and purchase it from somebody else, and we miss out on giving them that customer care and really looking after them. Opulent Health and Wellness, girls, if you don't know, just like Lindsay's team have got present parents in business, Opulent Health and Wellness is registered business with an ABM and a website. This page was built and designed for the whole team to utilize. It's not specific on mums. It's not specific on travelers. It's not, it's I try to keep all those posts very varied. So it's, so if you are on different pages, it might be about travel, then there's plenty of travel ones in there. I am trying to put as much variety in there, and people are constantly coming to me saying, Jana, can you do one more on FIFO or more on this or more on illness? And it has got a few products in there as well. I wasn't doing product in there, but I'm doing that to help you guys share. So when you are sharing it out in the bigger social network, you drop the photo in there, you drop your text, but you drop the link back to that post that relates to that page, and because that makes people realize there's a legit business behind it, and they're not so skeptic about responding to you. If they can come over to a business page and have a look, they're more inclined to actually check it out properly. All right, so that's full of like lovely little pictures in there. Book club is something Lindsay set up, so help us with our personal development and understanding network marketing, which is really good. So there's a book a month sort of going in there to check out. There's heaps more albums in here, of course. Promotion ideas, so Christmas, Easter, they're all in there. Mother's Day, vision boards, girls. If you haven't got to it yet, I would strongly suggest you start looking at a vision board. It's just something for you. If you've got young children, get them involved. Totally get them involved, because I know when I'm in here some days and the kids are actually home, all I have to say to them is point. There's mine just there. Pointing the wrong way. But Mickey Mouse is on there. And all I have to do is say, Jacob, what's mummy doing? And he goes, are you working on Mickey Mouse? And you look at my board and I'll be like, yep, I'm working on Mickey Mouse. I'll be out in 30 minutes. And then he's all good. Mind you, 30 minutes to him is every 2 minutes after that. But at least he understands what I'm doing, because I don't do much with the kids at home. But when I do, they understand why. Our events, we've got lots of event posters in there that you can use and utilize on those nights when they're on there. So have a look at those. What else have we got? Product posts. So these are all generic ones without Juice Plus on them. So they're really cool as well. Stationery, if you go in there and click on those, it gives you the link to Vista Print. So you can get those special postcards made. I'll just grab some of those. So here's a couple of Christmas ones. So, we can have all of these, where's my camera there, made up. These ones are good for at the beginning, so it gives them some goals and things like that. So if you go in there, there's links on those so you can order them, and they're really quite reasonable in prices, and they're really good for you to set up your little customer thank you packs if you're going to do any of those for your customers to send them out. Clinical research folder, so that's kind of handy too, but also in your virtual office. And then over to here, more health posts, conference pictures or event pictures are in there. Testimonials approved with JBT on them, or they're from our team, so you can use those. The main one that I really love for you girls to understand and know that is there and for you to share with your new team when they come on is this one here, business tools. Okay, so all the stuff that used to be in the pin post is in here. So if you open those, there's lots of different pictures again. But if you open these individually, there's either going to be a long comment with it on how to get to, Senior Direct Virtual Franchise, or how to get to DVF, or if you go down further, how to build your brand, how to Boss Babe training. If you click on any of these, they'll have a link attached to them that you can watch at some time. So these are all great for you to go in when you've got a spare 40 minutes or whatever and you want to do a little bit of training, or you're driving somewhere and you want something to listen to. These are all there for you to access, and I really highly suggest. I love listening to them. I'll listen to them over and over again, but it's truly up to you and what you want to get out of it. This is a great little picture as well, especially for you new guys, and again when you're bringing your new team to help understand how to start strong. Yeah, we want to help you find a few customers at the start, but see how much easier it is if you can find a few people that want to do what you're doing, you know, share the opportunity or get the product a bit cheaper or earn a little bit of extra income from home. This really does map it out a little bit easier for them, so they understand it with a picture in front of them. Because for some of us, we learn really well from listening. We learn really well from watching, and for others, we learn very well doing. So it's really something, you know, again, we need to touch base with all our new team when they're coming on and which way they learn best. But yeah, lots of amazing tools in there. All right, I'm just going to hop out of there for a minute, and I'll log in also to my into my virtual office. I'm just going to show you a couple of things in there because I know I had my new team, Chloe, getting in there for the first time today, and I was doing it all off by memory, because when we get into sign in, when we first log into our virtual office, you know, for me that was 18 months ago, so I sort of forgot what I'd done and how I got in there. Oh, it's giving me some. Here we go. Come on. A little list. Cool. All right, share screen again. There we go. All right, so at the start, you'll initially come up straight away with this first screen here. All right, and the places you need to go to first is my personal file. All right, so you hop into here and you want to set up your website. So you go to my website, click into there. It's going to go, but very slowly. Here we go. And you want to make sure that your details are correct. Your phone number is correct, your address is correct. Then you want to look at uploading a photo, okay? I know for some people this has been a bit difficult because your photos might be a little bit too large for whatever it's going to accept or whatever, but you want to select a photo that'll sit at the top right-hand corner of your website, pop that in there, or you do it here, choose file, and you chuck that photo in there. And then you come down to here, and there's like two or three options here for you to create your website, and it'll give you a few options once you click on that button. So obviously I selected Jana Brown at Full Stop Juice Plus. I probably even had the option of just Jana. I don't think there's another Jana in Juice Plus. There could be, but it'll give you a few options of your name in Juice Plus, and then that's your website. You know, it's created. You can then do a few other things. You create, add a banner in there, and you can select your favorite sort of recording in there. Or your favorite information to come up straight at the start. But that's literally your website done after that. So you can just copy that, or you can just click on it and then save it. But so that's your website, and this is your virtual office. I know a few people get confused with that at the beginning, yeah, two different things. Honestly, you get this website, and it's not something that I'd throw out into the world and just share it. It's something I share with new team when they're coming on, so they can see how amazing this opportunity is, how amazing the company is. But I very rarely share it with customers unless they're super skeptical, or they've got a science background, or they're heavily pregnant and they just want to make sure that it is definitely safe and don't want to take my word for it. But this is what you'd share with them. You'd share with them your website. So back over into here again. So if you go on Resources tab instead, and you go into Forms and Applications. Again, there's lots of stuff in here, and I know Michelle, she's found it since, was after how much do you get when you sell your product. Okay, so I want you to understand, every time a trio of capsules order leaves head office, okay, so the 6 little bottles in a box leave a head office, $112 gets paid out. Okay. At the beginning, you only get the small amount of that. You're just a virtual franchise. When I say just, you're still amazing. It's not a just as such, but in the early days, you just get that. Oh, where's my board? Oh, there it is. You just get the first part of it. So I'll see if I can pop it on the board so it's a little bit easier for you as well. But I'll bring it up on here quickly before I bring, so you can see my whiteboard, because you won't see it otherwise. What's in the box? Where are you? Preferred customer. Transfer request too. So I've just done this for Chloe. So when you've got somebody that joins up as a customer earlier in the month or the week before or 2 weeks before, and then they join the business, you need to do a transfer request as well. So that form's in there. That's a new thing that's only sort of been in the last month or so. So click on that, fill in the details, print it out, fill out the details, just take a photo of it and email it to head office. They'll transfer, for instance, Chloe's customer order over to herself. So those points will go over to her and so will the profit. Where's what's in the box? My eyes are very tired tonight. Return, children's health study info, freight. Ah, there, right there. All right, open this up so you can have a look. Get my text ready. Okay, so straight away there's the fruit and vegetables. So as a virtual franchise, every time the fruit and vegetable caps leaves head office, as a virtual franchise, you get $40 of that. So also remember, where you started that month is what you're getting. So that's what you're going to get paid for any client that month. All right. Even if you get to DVF or SDVF that month, you're not going to get that bonus or that pay rise until the following month. Okay. So to begin with, for fruit and vegetables, you'll get $40. All right. If your mentor is only a DVF above you, they'll get the $9.44. If they're an SDVF above you, they'll get the $9.44 plus the $11.80. If they're an SC, they'll get the difference between that and your VF. Okay, so the whole amount does get paid out, but it depends on what level you are. Once you're at SC, you get the full amount of the product. Okay, depends on your levels. So the profit is just the $40, but then the commission that comes onto it in growth-wise as it grows. So that's fruit and vegetable. There's a trio there. So $112, there it is, beautiful. $61 for a virtual franchise, but the totally it's paid out is $112. So Chloe, for you, for instance, as you're just a virtual franchise, but not for long, you get $61 for each of your customers this month, but next month you'll be DVF. So you'll be looking at about $76, just under. Oh, there we go, $75.84 down the bottom. So I don't even really need to draw that. I think you guys can really see that from that, which is cool. But all the products are there for you. There's the berries and there's the shakes. I mean, the chews obviously have that as well. When you purchase them, when they're for free, there's nothing there. What else in the head office? It's hard when you've got both screens open. There we go. Okay, so other cool stuff in there, our fast tracks in there, which is also in our team page, qualifying levels. Another amazing thing in here that's great is the 30 grids. All right, 30, there's two different versions of it, but they both mean the same. It's to help you if you decide to do a blitz once or twice a week and you've got lots of people in your phone that you're messaging. Sometimes they get lost in those messages. So this is a really cool way of helping you keep track of it. You might want to set one up on your computer, or you can print this out and use, but you just color code it and you can pop a date in there, where you're at with the conversation, and then you can go back and cross it out if it's a no-go. Do it in green if it looks like it's going to be a client. Do it in pink if it looks like it's going to be a teamie. They've watched a recording, tick. They've started a three-way with their upline, tick. They're watching a Zoom, tick. All right, so it's an awesome tool to have as well. So that's in your resources as well. What's in an apple? That's cool as well. So that's all about those phytonutrients, which I do talk about quite often in an event. But there's lots of great stuff for you in there to have a look at. If you haven't done many customers yet, I'll quickly just show you. So you go on My Customers, and you've got two options. Okay, Chloe had a go at this herself already today before I even got to help her. So if it's a straightforward customer with no kids health study, you go straight into submit order. Okay, and then everything will come up in there, and you have the options to go Obviously we prefer everybody to be 4 monthly installments because it helps you grow your business in working out, you know, what's going into your pay each month, all the points and things like that. But some people might want to pay it in 2 installments. So every second month they pay, you know, a larger amount to pay their product off, or they can pay it in full. Okay, so all those options are in there as well. You just put a 1 in any of these boxes here. This is good if they want to have the capsules and they want to have the shakes, just go one ad, and it'll pop up over to the side here and you go to submit and process that order. If it is got that kids' health study and they do want shakes, you do need to actually process 2 separate orders, which is a bit of a pain. But when you do go through the kids' health study, you pop the kids' details in and then it'll bring you to another screen where you select the adults order and the kids' order. Then you pop all the details in there and process it. But it's all super easy. If you need to edit the customer's account, you can change their bank details, change their address. You can cancel their order, or you can push their order out as well. If they're pushing their order out consistently or they're cancelling, it's because we might not have given them quite enough customer care. We might have over-talked the product, or they're just not taking it properly. So that's why the customer care is super important, that we say, where have you got your capsule sitting? Are you taking your 2 every day? You know, for me, I had to change mine around a little bit. I was having them all at once in the morning, but I just didn't feel that they were working quite as well. But once I spread them out to breakfast, lunch and dinner, so I literally have my fruit when I wake up, I have my berries just with lunch, and I have my vegetables just before dinner, and I just find that just works so much better for me. But everybody's different. Again, how we absorb things and how, you know, it helps with inflammation is all different. All right, you will get little notifications coming up as you start to get team and things like that. So in customer alerts, in business alerts, and all those sort of things there. So, and then there's reports and all these other things that we can show you later on, which is really cool. All right. So like I said at the beginning, try and watch, if you haven't watched the recording that Lauren did about the processes, it really does make sense when you watch it. I know for a lot of the leaders in this team now, they are starting to really step up and start doing some Zooms themselves. Remember, you do have that option to go to anybody for your Zooms, you know, especially once we're learning, I had to do 30 with Lauren before I was comfortable doing them and making sure I was doing them well enough to have that confidence to get everybody and anybody that came to me for that to be a big yes. All right. So it's all about them mapping it out, seeing what they want from this business, what they want to create, and then helping them see how achievable that is. So remember, when you get your person to a 3-way, you need to have initiated that message with them first, so they can start building that rapport with your new teamie, and so they can send the link through and whatnot, and then they will do the work. So once you've got, you know, Lindsay or Catherine or any of those girls into your 3-way message, just introduce them. Make them sound as amazing as they are. And you're going to be in that same position. Remember, you're there handing over somebody that could be your new teamie. You're learning this process yourself. So you should be taking notes all the way through. Or how did she respond to that message? Or how did she get her to that Zoom? All right. And then when you get to the Zoom, again, introduce yourself. Introduce this person and how you met them or how you know them and why they're interested in the opportunity. And then either introduce the leader or let them introduce themselves, and they will take over the rest of the conversation for you. All right. They are your third endorsement to this business opportunity. You know, you're putting all your cards into them and trusting that they're going to do their best to, you know, make these people see that this is an amazing opportunity and that they want to get on board. So let that conversation happen, and then from there you'll go on. So yeah, just really there's quite a few. If your upline isn't quite there yet, because not all of our leaders have done many or have done any, that's where I'm still here to help, and I'll be doing those Zooms for quite a few people for quite some time. And then from there, you know, once they've said yes or no, I don't know if we've had a no, they might have changed their mind after the call, but it's just about helping them strong, getting them on a couple of events. Understand, girls, once you launch an event, that's not it. You're not finished. You invite people to our events every week if you can. All right, they're there to help you, so you don't have to be typing hundreds of messages all the time. Get them to the events, and and let the event do the work. Sometimes we need the events, sometimes the events need you. Okay, so they're such an amazing tool for us to use, whether they're looking at it as being a customer or as a teamie. Get them on there because there's some amazing shares. Everybody's had such different results with the program and the product and the opportunity that you want to give people the chance to take a closer look. So use those events. If I know that you've got guests on, or I don't know even, just send me a message. Like, I don't know if you girls all know right now, I can see that Michelle's just sent a message to everybody. Can you girls all see that? So when we have our events and things like that, you girls can chat away in there. You can select everybody, or you can select me individually and say, Jana, I've got guests on. Can I share? And I'll be like, yes, let's share. So you can share either the product or you can share the opportunity. And that's a great way for them to still see how much you're involved in this opportunity and this business as well. But yeah, that's literally everything for where and how to search, I think, tonight. I might see either use that or take yourself off mute and see if there's any questions. So we've still got 15 minutes left if you want. So has anyone got any questions where they're having a little bit of troubles, where they might need, you know, a little bit more clarification, or on where to find something that I might not have covered? Nope, you're all quiet. Cool. Brilliant. All right. Well, yeah, we had quite a few on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure, on Sunday, and we've got the same again on Thursday. So we've got another 3 girls launching. Yeah, just know, girls, when you come into this business, you don't just have that person that's your sponsor. You've got an amazing team. We've got over 70 odd in this team. There's over sort of 500, 700 odd in Lauren's, and over 6,000 odd in Adam's. So you've got all these people to tap into, but always just be teachable. Just be teachable, be open to jump on and learn from anybody that's, you know, that can and is willing to pour into you, because you've got those opportunities. We never stop learning. I will never stop learning. Even once we're at NMDs, you're always, you know, you're just a sponge for life in this business, whether it's personal development, whether it's for this, for your business, whether it's for customer care, for whatever reason. It's an amazing opportunity, and what other people bring into it and what you bring into it is going to make it that much better. Cool. If you've got no more questions, I'm going to take you all off mute just to double check. Otherwise, you can say goodbye and good night. It's up to you. There you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank
Night.
you.
That's okay.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.